Well, hello and welcome to the module I call Mindset. I could have put this module. Well, in fact, you can put this module anywhere you like in this course. I would recommend sometimes coming back to it. It's a very important part of any coaching program to get your mind into the correct way of thinking. It's so easy to get distracted. It's so easy to just set off thinking the wrong way. Now, I'm going to keep this module quite short, but it doesn't mean to say that it's any less powerful. We're going to cover some very important things. First of all, I've started off this little thing called The Enemy Within, which is a rather strange title, but you'll get what I mean as we go along. I've included direct family in The Enemy Within, friends, and workmates. Well, of course, none of these people should be your enemy, but that's the problem. They're actually the closest people to you. And direct family and friends especially will want what's best for you. And the trouble is, they've all been programmed, or probably have been programmed in the wrong way to think. What your direct family especially will think is that they want you to be successful, and they want you to get on and just have all the trappings of a great life. And they will only think of it being done in one way, and that is that you keep your head down, work really hard, get promotions, and do all the things that probably you're trying to escape from. The very fact that you're looking to make money online, that means you almost certainly are trying to escape the job, the just over broke situation where you go to work every single day, travel to work probably. Some of you must travel to work. I can remember doing that in the horrible weather, in the traffic, working in a job that maybe you don't really like that much. I mean, if you do love your job, that's fantastic because, wow, why change it? But most people aren't like that. Trying to look for promotions, getting paid, never what you think you're worth, and all that for, well, to try and save up for 2 weeks holiday a year if you're lucky. And most people hate that existence, yet they carry on and on and on. And your direct family and maybe your friends, they will probably think that that is the right thing to do because we all do it. But of course, we as internet marketers, entrepreneurial spirited, know that there is another way out of this. And this is what coaching is about: is to get you into another frame of mind. But your direct family are often your enemies because they'll be the ones that say things to you like, "Well, no, that can't work," or it's a pie in the sky sort of plan. It won't come to anything. It won't come to any fruition. You're wasting your money. Just keep your nose down and keep working hard. You'll get some promotion. They'll keep on force feeding you the stuff that's been programmed into them. And in many ways, your friends would be similar because you're very close friends and workmates. These are the people who are working alongside you, so therefore they are in the same thing as you are. But all of these people are all, if they care about you, are going to want you to succeed, but they'll be programmed to think of success in a different way than you need to be programmed. And gradually through the course, we're going to deprogram you, and we're not going this on a coaching program like this, which is quite a low entry cost. We're not going to go into the depths of programming you into a different way, but we're going to tell you what you should be thinking like. Hopefully it'll get you in thinking in the right direction. Very important. Now the thing is with your direct family, friends and workmates, etc., and yourself probably up to this point, is that you've been programmed by all of these things: television, media, advertising, all showing you how to do things in a certain way. If you think about it, advertising is all around us. It's just everywhere. It tells us what to wear, what to eat, how to look. Media and television is exactly the same thing. I guess these are the same thing, really. But everything that we do, even if you think you're not being influenced, you are. I often used to say, there's no way will an advert on the television make me buy a cereal or something. But, in a way it does, because we do it subconsciously, and all these things are subliminally hitting us all the time. You walk under a subway, or You know, you will, adverts will be at you all the time. You won't actually notice them half the time, but sublimely they're getting into your subconscious and they're programming you. And it's programming you the wrong way because it's programming you to think a certain way, which is not the way out. I know that's slightly different than the coaching that we want to do. It's, you know, I'm really talking about being programmed in different ways of thinking, you know, from eating fast foods to all that, but it is all still directly related. How people want you to act and how you're being manipulated, it's all part and parcel of it. All they walk hand in hand, because once you stop thinking that way, once you start thinking, hang on, I'm going to take control, life changes. It changes because you just know that something different is going to happen if you do something different. And it can change for you in quite a dramatic way. The moment that I started twigging that out, started thinking to myself, do you know what? This doesn't have to be this way. Things began to change. And to do that, sometimes you have to look at your own motivation. Now, all of these things can help you be motivated as well, but they may be making you motivated for the wrong things. But it pays to sit down and just think, what is it that I really want to do out of this? You've just joined this coaching program, which is it's a newbie coaching program. It's getting hold of people who haven't made any money before and showing them the foundation blocks to actually building an online business. But what actually motivates you to do it? Was it to escape the job? You know, was it to get better things in your life? Was it any of these things? It could be anything. A better life. Well, what could that mean? It could mean more money. It could mean all sorts of things. Recognition. People sometimes are motivated by recognition. I've always wanted to be known as a good life coach, and now I'm an internet marketing coach. And you know, those things are important to me. In fact, they're more important to me than money, but of course that all walks hand in hand. Material things, I'm quite a gadgety person, so that's a big motivation to me. And it may be to you as well. Maybe you just want the best. Of course, better life does cover all these things, but we all have a different way. Financial freedom. Financial freedom is just earning more money. I mean, having more cash just to make your life and your family life better is just a wonderful thing. I don't think people should chase money. I don't think it should be their main focus. But, you know, better life covers all of these things, and it's part and parcel of it. If you get recognition, if you have a better life and you do buy a few more material things, you're probably already financially free. And helping others. Now, that is a massive motivation for me. I love being able to steer people in the right direction. I've never been one of those hypey people who just wants to sell a product and run away. That's never been my way. I've always wanted to help people. It's just a natural thing that I get more pleasure out of doing that. Of course, I like to make money on the way as well. If I can combine both, it's fantastic. And many of you may want to go down that road. You know, perhaps you see yourself further down the line as doing some sort of coaching as well, because it's not actually that difficult to learn stuff and then teach it to others. There's also another way of helping other people as well, and that's, you know, having the money to be able to go off and help certain charities and things. You know, we're always seeing these adverts coming out on the TV. Again, we're back to television, telling us to pay us £2 or a few dollars a month or whatever to help somebody in some village in another part of the world. You know, and you know, they tell you all these things they can do with a little bit of money. I've often thought to myself, in fact, I've wondered to myself, unless the money goes directly to these people, but it would be lovely to be in a position to get to the point where you can travel around a little bit and help other people. That might not be your motivation, but it kind of is mine as well. And I can imagine, you know, a lot of people being motivated by one or all of these things. Of course, you may have other motivational points that inspire you. But the thing to do is to sit down at some point, even before you start the course properly in a way, and just think to yourself, and keep doing this, don't just give in on it. Think to yourself, what is it that's driving me? What is it that's motivating me? It could be to prove your direct family, the ones that have been saying that won't work, it can't happen, or your friend is saying the same thing, that it does work and it does happen. You know, would that be good? I know I have had students in the past that have said to me, they started to make some cash and it was like, aha, look, here you go. And even though they were making a little bit of cash, they were able to say, we're making some money and you said I couldn't. You know, and sometimes that's motivation, you know. It's a powerful thing. But we all need to be motivated. If you're really happy in your job and you're not really desperate to try and make something different happen in your life, well, what will happen is you will learn something and you'll make a bit of cash here and there because it's quite easy to do that, but you'll never make it life-changing. And that's the power behind all this. The answer is literally to find a proven plan. And that's what I'm giving you in this course. You've already had one module available, and a proven plan is exactly what this is. It's what I do to make money, and it's how I think, and it works because not only do I do it, but others have done it before me, and I am just copying that. I'm not making something new here. I mean, this module's made up that I'm working on here, but the actual coaching plan itself, of course, I put it together, but I'm only following proven plans that have happened to me as well, and they've happened to other people. And it's best if you can get to a proven plan that has a simple action step, a step-by-step action plan, because you want it simple. Life should be simple. And actually making money online long-term, enough to make a living, isn't actually as hard as people want to make it out. What people will do is they'll complicate things. They'll make it harder because they don't want you to realize that you can actually achieve this quite quickly. And so I think that if you can avoid the obstacles that people throw in front of you, and my word, there are millions of them. Once you step into the internet marketing arena, information overload will always be your enemy, and you'll have people throwing dangly, shiny objects in front of you all the time. Shiny objects. I can't remember who first invented that. I used to call it magic rainbows. You can't touch them. You can see them. Shiny objects is the same thing. It's just that you will get these guru. I hate the word guru, but for want of a better word, because everyone uses it, you'll get these gurus or unethical marketers who will place these shiny objects in front of you. And what will happen is you'll buy into one and it won't work properly, or you'll get bored of it, or it's not the whole picture, because that's another little trick thing they do. They don't give you the whole picture. You're never going to buy a $7 report and change your life. I very much doubt it. I've never seen it yet. There might be one out there. But I mean, I guess if you took action and really worked hard at one thing, you could make it work. But a $7 report is not really likely to suddenly change your life, but it may look appealing. There's the right copies around it, and it's you will end up buying one, and then you'll be doing a bit of it, and it won't be the whole story because it's not a coaching program. It's just going to give you a few pages of some information. Then you buy another one because someone else comes along and you think, well, this is the one that could change it. And then someone will sell you one that tells you how much money you can make by the weekend, and just by pressing a button, and it doesn't exist. It's not real. It never will be real. You'll never get that. Don't ever think that you'll make a lot of money out of these products, the content that comes from these, and it's not always it doesn't always have to be cheap ones either. You can spend loads of money and hundreds of dollars on some of it, but it needs to be a certain thing before you buy it. Business in a box products don't work. The reason? Because if it says business in a box, they haven't just sold it to you, have they? They've sold it to hundreds or thousands of people. You're all getting the same thing. Yeah, you might put a bit of different content in, but you'll have the same templates. Every one of you who's bought it, you will all have the same thing. I fell for that when I first started. That was one of the things. I had shiny object syndrome. I had information overload. I had business in a box products. I had quite a few of them, in fact. Did they work? No, none of them worked at all, because they can't. And never buy stuff you won't use. Just don't buy it. Check it. Before you buy something, think to yourself, is this going to enhance my business? If it's not going to enhance your business, if you're not going to use it, don't buy it. It's just a waste of money. If you save yourself all of this here, you could save yourself a couple of years of just playing at being an internet marketer. And that's the real truth, because that's how long I spent just spinning my wheels. And it was all because of this. I'd buy this shiny object and I would think, this is not going to work after a couple of weeks, or it didn't work, or I didn't get results, or I didn't follow through. And after a while of doing that, you begin then to doubt everything that you get. So now you're starting to think, well, maybe none of it works. And then someone else dangles another shiny object in front of you, promising you riches by the weekend or something, and you think, well, maybe this is the one, maybe this one fits in with the other one and I can really make it work, and then you get despondent with that one, so you go and buy another one, and it just carries on, and someone's got a video course, and someone sells you some templates, and then a business in a box comes along, and you just think, oh my word, this looks really good. I mean, they're giving me a sales page, they're giving me this, they're giving me some software to go with it, I can sell straight away. And you know what? You might make the odd sale. If you put it all together, work religiously hard, get it all set up, you might make the odd sale, and that encourages you even more, because then you want to buy the next one, because you did make some money at that one, and that proves it works. But it doesn't. It's not the way to go. It really isn't. It's just not possible to make a living like that, and I don't believe it, and I don't think it's the right thing to do. I failed at doing that. I've seen hundreds and hundreds of people fail at doing that. I urge you not to go down that road. Follow this course that I'm giving you now, and I'm sure that this is a template to your success. Even if we have to go over some things at the end, which I will do, I will still map it all out again for you. It's the right way to go. What I would encourage you to buy is coaching and mentoring, and I'm not saying that just because I want you to follow up and buy direct mentoring from me. I do offer that. It's part of my sales funnel. I offer low entry coaching programs like this to get people sort of started on the right way, and then I offer higher mentoring courses. But I might not be the right fit for you, so only you know that. But what I do encourage you to buy is coaching and mentoring from someone you know, like, and trust. Once you have that fit, and we all have different chemistry. You might be listening to me now and say, "Oh, I just don't like the way Andy talks," or whatever. That's not the right fit. There's no hard feelings. You need to find the person that works for you. But when you do, coaching and mentoring is what will take you forward thousands of times more than any of this. So don't think there's some easy route where you can. This is the easy route. Getting shown what to do, following the proven plan that whoever has put this together is doing. If you can get it in simple action steps, that's even better. And to be honest, it shouldn't be that difficult, because there's always outsourcing for things you don't do. I outsource a lot of stuff. But I'm digressing. I'm moving to make it more complicated than it is. Coaching and mentoring, not any of this. Those are things you should buy. Follow people you trust. I don't know why I threw that one at the end, but it's true. You should follow people you trust. And that for me is, getting into the right mindset, getting into the right frame of mind to actually take your business forward. None of this is a business. We know that. This is all just about motivation and mindset and getting into the right place. This is what this is about today. And, I hope that you can get there into that sort of frame of mind so that you can take business forward. It's fun doing this. I love being an internet marketer. I love it a lot more since I started to make a living at it. I was despondent for the first 2 years of doing it, mainly because I was programmed the wrong way, mainly because family and friends were telling me, you're not going to be able to do this, no one else has. It's those internet entrepreneurs you hear about, they're few and far between. Oh, the other one you get is it's all bust now, the internet's over, it doesn't work that way, it's flooded, no one's going to make any money anymore. It's just such nonsense, it really is. And it's said by people who've all been programmed the wrong way, because they've been told how to live, and the people that have told them how to live have been told how to live a certain way, and that's the way it goes. It travels all the way through to us. It only stops when you get enough motivation and start believing in yourself to get out of that rut. And then when you do, and you stop purchasing the rubbish, and you get this, and then you get this, you'll go forward. Anyway, I want to keep that short and sweet today, and I look forward to talking to you on the next module. Thank you very much for listening to me.